First thing we need to do is to install our database. The database is going to be used throughout the course in each of the projects. So once we install it, we don't have to do it again. And the installation is actually very simple. So on your screen you can see the link that leads to the NorthWind database, which is the one we are going to be using. You can follow the link, or I will also provide a text file with the script to install the database, so you can just use that one instead if you want to. But let's go to the link, and it's in the GitHub, and we have two versions. One is for the publishers tables, which is called inst.pubs, and one is for the actual NorthWind, and that's the one we are going to be using. So just click the inst nwnd.sql file, and here you can see it's 2 megabytes, and we can download it. And it's a simple SQL file, so it actually, in my case, opens straight in the browser, or it will download for you as a text file or a zip file, depends on your configuration, I guess. In any case, if it opens in the browser, that's all we really need. You can save this in a notepad on your computer and use it that way if you want to, but what I'm going to use is Ctrl-A to select the whole thing, and then Ctrl-C, and then I will simply place it inside my SQL server and run the script there. So now let's open Visual Studio. So we are not gonna create any project, instead we are going to click Continue without code. So all we have here is the Visual Studio itself. So now we need to go to our SQL server. So let's go to View and click SQL Server Object Explorer. So this will open your local DB on your SQL server. I also have installed SQL Express. You can install the database there if you want to use the Management Studio, for example, but I'm going to use the local DB because everyone has that installed because it comes with the Visual Studio. So in your local DB, right click it and click New Query. So this opens an SQL query, and here I will Ctrl-V and paste the whole script for the database creation right there. And you can see it's over 5,000, actually it's almost 10,000 lines, so that's a big script to run, but that comes with the tables as well as sample data. So this will create a database called NorthWind. If you want to name it something else, then over here when it says create database NorthWind, you will rename NorthWind to something else if you want, but I'm gonna keep everything as default. So all we have to do here is to click this green arrow and execute the script. And I have command completed successfully. That means the database was created. So let's find it. So I'll go to my local DB, open the databases, and here is the NorthWind database. Let's open that and let's view a few tables. The one we are going to be using is employees table. So I'm going to right click it and view data. So these are the sample data for our employees table, and this is what we are going to be working with. You can see it has several fields. We won't be using all of them, like we won't be using photos, for example, or things like extension for the phone. So we will pick few of these fields that we are going to be working with. But with this, the database was installed. Like I said, quite painless. And now we can start working with it, and we'll start by creating our first project in this course, and that's going to be the MVC.